Well, well, my viewers, you're most welcome. And I thank God that you have been watching, you've been subscribing, you have been sharing. Today is another day that we are going to look at different styles of parenting. But before I do that, I want to let you know that no one who was created by God who is living is an accident. God created each one of us with a purpose and for a reason, and our children are created by God with a purpose and for a reason. And parents have to know and have to understand that there are different styles of raising their children. But I want to read a verse from the book of Psalms. I will read from the book of Psalms, chapter 139 and verse 15. The Bible says, "When my bones were being formed carefully, put together in my mother's womb, when I was growing there in secret, you knew that I was there." Hey, this is so powerful that God knew that we are born and we would be born from our mother's womb. What do I want to say? That no one is an accident. Before we were conceived in our parents' womb, we were conceived in God's mind. So each one of our children are not an accident. Each one of you as a parent, you are not an accident. And your parent may not have planned about you, but God did it long before. So even before you were born, even before you were conceived by your parent, God knew that you will be conceived. Long before you were conceived by your parent, He thought of you first. And God thought of you first. It is not fate, it is not a chance, it is not by luck, it is not a coincidence that you were born. It is not by luck that you have the child that you have. It is not by luck that you have the children that you are raising today. The Bible says that, before I was born, God knew that I will be born in my mother's womb. He also determined the natural talents that you have. The race that you are born, it's God who determines. The tribe that you are born in, it's God who determines. So everything that you are doing, it is God who determines how to be, who to be, and where to be such a time like this. And because God made you for a reason, He also decided when you would be born and how long you would live. God designed and know how long will you live. And because I said that today we are looking at different styles of parenting, I want us to go through them, but I will go one at a time because we were all raised by different parents, from a different background, but we all grew in God's will because I have just said that we are not an accident. Somebody raised you. Somebody raised me. A parent took care of you. A parent took care of me. However time it take, whoever raised you, the fact remains someone fed you, someone clothed you, someone sheltered you, and that's why you are where you are who you are. So your child, your children needs you as a parent. And so, because there are so many types of or styles of raising the children, one of them is authoritative, another one is authoritarian or disciplinarian, the other one is permissive or indulgent, the other one is neglectful or uninvolved. But every parent's goal is to raise a healthy, a kind, a happy kid, and a responsible person who will love his or her parent and the entire family, even when he grows up. So, parenting style is the emotional climate and control in which parents raise their children. So, it is the environment that we are talking about that you raise your children with. And because you have said there are a number of them, allow me to look at one style of raising a child or raising our children. Number one is authoritative style. Another word, another name for authoritative style is democratic parenting style. So we can call it authoritative or democratic parenting style. You know, number one, those parents, they have high expectation for achievement and maturity. Number two, these parents set rules and enforce them. You know, there are rules that are set by the parent, and you enforce the rules, not just setting them, but you set them and then you enforce them. These are the parents that we are talking about, that they are authoritative or democratic parents. Then the rules and the regulations that they set, they enforce them, and then they mark the boundaries by having open discussion to solve problems together with the child. You know, these days, the children that we are raising, not unless we sit and discuss with them, not unless we sit and reason with them, not unless we sit and argue with them. You know, the Bible says, even God, even Jesus Himself is giving us a chance or a time that we can negotiate. He tells us, come, let us reason together. The children that we are raising today, we have to sit with them. We have to reason with them. We have to, have a discussion on how to solve problems. Set rules. Well and good. It's very okay. Set rules. But who are you setting the rules to follow? It's your child. It's your children. You are setting the rules to follow. Tell me, you set the rules, then you will not sit down for them to let them understand the rules. Then, as a parent, you will follow them. It is the nature that we are in. The children that we are raising is not the way we were raised. These days, you have to sit with them. During our time, there was no time for discussion with your parent. It is, I have said, and you have to follow what your parent have said. But today, these kids, you have to sit with them and reason out with them, discuss, why are you telling me? Have you seen a child being caned or being punished, and then he or she is asking you, and why have you punished me? And why have you caned me? And why are you telling me to do that? It is the generation that we are raising, and we have to accept that these the children that we are raising. This parent who is authoritative or democratic sit down with their children and they reason out. Don't say that I can't sit with my child. Parent, I'm just advising you. Don't say that I can't reason with my child. Parent, don't say that I can't sit down and discuss with my child. We say that we cannot sit with them discussing about what, by the end of the day, furthermore, we are the one who gave birth to them. So we don't need to sit down with them. Who said so? You can sit with them, reason with them, discuss with them, set rules and regulations. They will follow, provided you sit down and discuss with them. Those parents who are authoritative or democratic, they provide guidance. They set clear rules and expectations. You set rules and then you provide guidance for your child. Not just setting rules, but you set them and then you help your child on how to follow those rules that you have set for them. Then expectation, what are you expecting? By the end of the day, yes, it's okay. Mommy, daddy, yes, it's okay. We discussed. I will follow the rules. What are you expecting as a parent from your child? And don't raise so high goals, so high standards that even your child cannot achieve them. That even if it was you who was given that chance, you wouldn't be able to attain or to achieve them. So please set goals that your child can be able to reach them, because you know them. By the end of the day, you know your child, what they are capable of doing. Those parents, they use reasoning. They use open communication and natural consequences, explanation for their action. They explain even before they do whatever they do. So, explanation, when you explain something to your child, it allows children to have a sense of awareness. Explanation helps your child to learn. Explanation helps your kids to apply morals and to have goals in life. When you set goals, you discuss and you explain to them, it will help them work towards the goal that you want them to achieve. So you set goals and then you see. Those parents, they are authoritative parents and they are affectionate and supportive. They authorize and they support what they authorize, They respect their children's decision and autonomy. Then they provide them with a lot of freedom and encourage independence. So those parents who are authoritative, they help the children to have freedom and they help their children to follow those goals that they have set. How about their children? How do their children look like? We're talking about authoritative parents. Those parents who are authoritative, how do their children look like? Follow up for the next episode of authoritative children. How do they behave? How do they look like? If you are a parent who is authoritarian or a democratic parent, how does their children behave? God bless you. I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Reverend Tabe. I welcome you to share. I welcome you to like my channel and learn more from my channel. God bless you and have a nice time.